The imposing electricity pylons that feed the mines of Marikana bypass this bleak squatter camp, where those who toil below ground grind out a life on the margins. Paseka Ramosebetsi is one of the striking miners who recently joined protests over low wages.
This is my place, and I'm only have some tables, and this is my bed where I'm sleeping.
Paseka has lived in this basic shack for the past 9 years. There's no electricity, no running water. It's a meagre existence. He doesn't even have a mattress. He earns about £300 a month, but sends most of it back home to support his extended family.
I'm doing a hard work, but the people who are working at surface and the managers, HRs, they're getting good salaries and good bonuses. But we are working underground, we get nothing.
Like many, Paseka says he's bitter that the ANC government, once the champions of workers' rights, now seem to have other priorities.
They just want the money and building beautiful house, going with beautiful cars, and we suffering just down there. They don't care for us. Look, we are staying in the shacks. There's no road, no water.
The world is watching the South African miners. The world is supporting the South African miners. I want to see a victory for the mine workers, but a victory for the working class as well.
And the unrest appears to be spreading. A wildcat strike by 15,000 miners has also stopped work at the nearby Goldfields mine. Mike Hanna joins us now from the Marikana mine in Rustenbug. And Mike, we can see lots of protesters behind you. Have things gone peacefully so far today?
Well, what is interesting is that this is no longer the Marikana mine. The protesters have moved a number of kilometers away from that mine itself and from the settlement close to the mine, which is where they've been gathering through the morning. They have now marched a long way to come along to this mine shaft. This is another of Lonmin's mines in the particular area. As you can see, the strike here, absolutely total. The mine shaft being completely still. No workers on this mine at all.
Labour unrest in South Africa's mining industry is spreading. These protesters have forced the world's top platinum producer, Anglo Plat, to shut down its Rustenbug operations. They too are demanding more pay. And after shocking the world by killing 34 people, the South African police have become so cautious, the miners are practically running the show.
They promised to fire us if we don't report on duty. We are not scared because we want this money.
We demand a living wage of 18.5. We don't have risk allowance, and we are supposed to get it, but we don't get it.
Goldfields confirmed that NUM representatives were at the mine to address the miners. The miners refused to speak to the union. NUM denies this.
It is not the truth that our leaders were chased away. If they were chased away, by whom? Because there was supposed to be a meeting at the stadium which did not take place. But our leadership is there currently because by that time there was a misunderstanding.
there's no way we can work when our own union is like they are in unity with the management. It seems as if they are one thing. So what we want to do now, we want people who are not going to be corrupted.
A groundswell of protest. Workers from diverse mines now joining forces. A national strike committee has been formed. The fledgling Democratic Socialist Movement plans a national strike on November the 3rd. It also plans a mass march to the union buildings.
Democratic Socialist Movement. It's Liv who is speaking from the Democratic Socialist Movement. We have been invited by your leaders to come and unite you. These big mine companies have made 40 billion profits per annum. With this profit, they can pay all workers.
Profit our 40 billion, Gonyak. Sentiment backed by steely determination.
No amount of killing, no amount of arrest, no amount of intimidation is going to take us back, comrades.
NUM, prior to the strike, was the country's biggest union. Cold-shouldered by striking miners, it's still trying to gain traction. The DSM has stepped into this space, championing issues which speak to the miners: a living wage, decent work, youth employment, and a better standard of living.
This money we are getting can just buy dog food. It can't buy food that we can survive on.
We are going to be intensifying and escalating the strike. We made a call and we are preparing for a strike of the entire mining industry, comrades. We are going to make sure that there is no wheel turning in each and every mine in the whole country.
This march, since last week Saturday, I was there at Marikana. So we have organized with the guys that we're going to be there. If ever, provided we are at work, but we're going to demand that day from the management that we're going to go there at the union building, whether we are back at work or we are not.
Are these frustrated workers looking for an alternative or merely hoping for clear leadership? The South African Democratic Socialist Movement claims miners have been calling for the formation of a new party. A party that fights for workers' rights. The organization has been coordinating striking miners in Rustenbug.
Now, we are not just looking for a party that would promote the narrow interests of, a black middle class in this country, as we have seen with the ANC, but also, the latest being COPE and other, splinter groups that have emerged since, 1994. We are looking for a party that first and foremost will unite the working class in striking. Because, there's clearly, the war between classes in this country.